I'm thirsty.
Crack one.
And we're live.
Thirsty Thursday.
I'm about to crack one.
Busy.
Yeah. Busy. How's
Busy,
everybody doing
bee.
tonight? Woo. Yeah. Busy bee. We had that this weekend. Last weekend. Every weekend.
Every weekend's a busy bee weekend.
Eggshells in your pancakes.
Is that what you get at the busy bee?
Sometimes when they're a little busy, they get sloppy.
Wait. You mean if they're busy? Busy bee. Well, welcome to the Movie Podium, everybody. We're a weekly podcast where we collectively choose a movie to watch, and hopefully my voice doesn't crack again. And we get together and talk about it at the end of the week. It's kind of like a book club.
But
for movies.
Sometimes around here, we let other people pick a movie. And today, Hello John got to pick his movie.
Hello, John.
John.
And so we had a new kind of enemy, a new kind of war. And without further ado, we present our next movie.
Kill them all! Starship Troopers.
Just kill
Very
them all.
nice. Kill them all. Awesome. So tune in this week.
Okay, bye, John.
If John, hello, John. Bye, John.
Hello.
Bye, John.
Tune in this week to find out if this movie, Starship Troopers, makes our podium for best sci-fi movies from the 1990s. Let's cheers and hit that intro.
Cheers.
Here. Do.
Still missing Kevin.
I don't have time to put.
He's got a
Kevin in.
lot going on in
No. Oh yeah. Cheers.
He'll get him in. We'll get him in there somewhere. He's gonna be
He's in
smoking
there.
a cigarette.
He's the off-screen drunk.
there.
He's the off-screen
Like
drunk. You don't see
a
him.
hammer in his hand.
Yeah.
Fix it, Felix.
Yeah.
That's
That's a
Kevin.
good cast.
That is a good cast. Well, I'm your host, Matt Scott. Fix It
Hello,
Felix
Matt.
isn't here, but Eric is.
Hello, Matt Scott.
Hello, Eric Marrow. And hello, John.
Hello, John.
Ooh,
Hello.
Oh, hello, John.
I didn't get we didn't do the Waluigi one that time.
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have the hat on, I think
you
you
got
get
the facial hair.
Jurassic Park. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. I wish that we could drop a picture of John's baseball team picture in the chat.
Oh
Or his son's
gosh.
baseball team, or soccer. Sorry, John's soccer team where he's the coach. Because that
Oh, dude.
picture is phenomenal.
6-0, baby. 6-0.
Ooh.
Oh, hey, okay. I feel like Weston might be a Cole Denton over there.
No, there is somebody who's a kid who just turned 11, and this is U10. But
Okay, that's
I
straight
just
Cole
have to
Denton.
say that Weston's team they had 8 people. A kid showed up almost at halftime to give them a sub. Their opponents had 4.
Was it from Jersey Mike's?
What's that?
Was it from Jersey Mike's, the sub?
No, we were a sub above in this case.
Oh, okay.
Sponsorship opportunity, Jersey. Mike.
I think John's
Wouldn't
having
that-
a stroke.
No, they had 14 kids. They had a full second
Oh,
team.
wow.
And
Wow.
we still shut them out and won 8-0.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Dang. It's all because of the mustache.
Yep.
Yeah. It's the Samson power.
Oh my God. Well, thanks. I wanted to thank all our Patreon members. We really appreciate
Yes.
the support.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
anyone who wants to join. You know who you are. Join the team.
You know who y'all are.
Team up.
Also, when John went to twirl his mustache, he kind of he did one of these things like he would fly his hair back if he had long
Like
hair.
It came
Back
up
to
out of the
the
water like a dolphin.
Yeah,
Back in the day, he did have long hair.
that's true.
R.I.P. long hair, John.
Yeah.
You were just a long hair.
We all had long hair at
If
one
anyone
point.
has the first edition Johnny Longhair trading card,
Johnny long
Worth a
hair.
lot of money.
Even Eric had long hair at one point. We all had some
Oh,
Back-
yeah.
long hair.
We
Back when I
all
had
went
hair.
for it. I mean, look at you, Mr. Longhair. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I just had a haircut like a week ago. I did. It was getting hairy on the sides, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
So-
I don't have experience with that.
Anyways, so let's go to our random ass facts. Ready?
Red,
not.
let's
Yes.
go.
And as for the second week in a row, I am not entirely prepared, which is I'll blame work, but after this week I'll be better.
No, blame the kids.
I do have some.
Yeah,
I
blame
mean,
the kids.
I could do the kids. Yeah, or the part-time stuff with part-time gig. There's a few things I can blame.
Oh,
No, I
yeah.
haven't gotten even to touch that.
Don't blame yourself, though.
unfortunately. Yeah, it's not my fault.
Don't blame anyone. Stay positive.
Yeah, dude.
Don't do drugs.
Exactly.
Unless they're legal and you're prescribed them.
Do
Yeah,
that
that's fair,
under the direction of a physician.
Yeah, don't follow any orders or advice from me. Do drugs if you want to. I don't care.
Do drugs if you want to.
This is slightly higher than Thor at
Ooh.
7.3 or Thor 0.3.
You take me higher.
I don't
great,
think
huh?
so because I think it's aptly rated.
Yeah, I actually kind of agree with it.
What was it? A Thor 0.3?
Hmm.
Okay.
It was a Thor 0.3. Yep.
Okay.
Correctamundo.
Sorry, I was going down to the sound clip and I just stopped listening to you.
Oh, okay.
As you should.
Yeah.
So first fact that I've got, the first scene in the movie is modeled after Triumph of the Will, which is a 1935 Nazi propaganda film.
Oh my gosh.
Whew.
That is quite a fact.
Yeah, and of course it's satire, right?
Oh, yeah.
At the time, though, in 1997 when this was released, it did not. People, I think it was kind of ahead of its time. People didn't really get it. So, like, for instance, it was up for one of the worst movies of the year award with like Batman and Robin. Sorry, Eric, and
Boo.
some other
Boo.
ones. And it was like, oh, The Postman, Lost Highway, and Batman and Robin. So at the time, it wasn't really well received, even though now it's a 7.3. It just kind of didn't take off. And part of that was because people, I guess, aren't very smart, but they thought it was like
No.
actually a fascist movie.
What?
Like they were like promoting it because
Oh, I see.
because the like in,
The wrong way.
for instance, yeah. So for instance, one of the things, the uniforms that the soldiers wear, and towards the end of the movie,
Oh, yeah.
are also modeled after the Third Reich.
Yes, absolutely.
So there's a lot of that, like, oh, if you're a citizen, right? If you are fighting in war, then you get basic rights. So like people didn't understand that that was a satire, and they thought they were promoting fascism.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, go bad guys, yeah.
But if you watch the movie, like, come on, you gotta understand it's a satire. It's totally a knock on all of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently people didn't get that, and so it was
Oh,
at the time not critically acclaimed and a big flop.
and I think that even, I mean, obviously everything's over the top, which we'll get to, but
Mm-hmm.
the satire was over the top. And
Oh yeah, way over.
that some people wouldn't get it as satire. It's like, man, how dense are you?
I know that.
Very.
Yeah, you are my density, all right.
You're my dense.
One casting, what if Mark Wahlberg was considered for the lead role
For Rico?
for Rico,
He must have been
And-
too busy.
I
Busy,
mean, there
busy
was
while
no
we're-
reason that he didn't take it from what I was reading or am reading. Apparently, he just
You
said
read it?
no, or they didn't.
No.
But that was apparently was one of the people.
Okay.
The infamous shower scene. Let's talk about that for a second, where you just see
Whoa, please.
butts, boobs, wieners. I mean, you pretty much see everything.
It's got it
Take your
all.
pick.
And
so
some
here-
pretty revealing dialogue as well.
Oh yeah. So here's the thing about that part. People were offended and thought it was, not appropriate, blah blah blah.
It's softcore porn.
Yeah, well, the director, who is Swedish or Norwegian, actually was doing it to show that they've, as a society, advanced to a point where it's gender neutral, where females and males can happily be together and not make a big deal of it.
Happily indeed.
But of course, we aren't that far along in society and think, "Oh my God, this is bad. They're together showering."
Oh yeah, that's all I could think about is like, I'd be having to hide my boner.
That's also true.
John, we're gonna have to ask you to leave the shower.
Sorry, I'll come back when everyone's left.
But here's the coolest part about this, I think. Dizzy Flores, Dina Meyer, Dizzy's her character.
Mhm.
I guess some of the crew were kind of weary about just everybody getting naked and showering, and so she dared the director and the director of photography to also get naked to film it, so that they were prove it, or nut up or shut up or whatever you want to
Yeah,
say.
we're getting naked, you get naked.
Yeah, I mean, that's what she dared them to, and they did. And apparently they did it in a single take, which is just
They're like, all right.
So it's kind of like a cool urban
We only
legend.
got one shot at this.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
no, it sounds totally fair, and it sounds like it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? They were like, "Well, we'll only get naked if our director does it." Like,
Yeah.
and he
And of
did.
course,
He's like, "Fuck it."
prefaced by like, all right, we're all having reservations about filming a scene naked. One of the
Isn't
most
that awesome? I mean, I think that's
I've
cool.
ever heard.
Yeah.
I know. So I thought that was cool, and that's all I got. I got to end with that one. That was a good one.
Good random ass facts, Matt.
Mhm.
Yeah, not bad considering there wasn't a lot on this one. Just, I mean, it doesn't have a ton of background. It
Yeah.
is based off of a book from like 1950 something, and
Really?
apparently the director didn't even read it. He like
Oh,
stopped reading
really?
it. He said it was so bad that he couldn't read it, so he asked the author about it.
Oh,
Gosh.
well, yeah, I was going to say, I've just haven't read the book, but I've read that the tone of the movie and the book are totally different.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. It's
but-
way more over the top in the movie.
Oh, yeah, the satirical element in particular, like,
Yeah,
there's
It has
supposed to
to be, I
be
feel like.
kind of more of a subtle, like, immerse you in this futuristic society.
yeah,
It's
sure.
dystopian.
Oh, I liked how I mean, we'll get into it more, but I liked how it was more campy, like more on purpose, more on
Mhm.
point. I think it was great from that aspect, which leads me to favorite thing about the movie. John, why don't you go first since you picked this?
I could name a few. The satirical like interjections, the propaganda,
I absolutely love that.
just
Yeah.
hilarious. Kind of offsets the total blood and guts, world-ending. Just makes the whole thing light and fun and kind of a laugh riot.
Yeah, I will piggyback off that because I that was exactly what I said as well. And not only does it kind of take you back from all that action, but it also kind of fills you in with some of the plot holes, or fills you in with where some of the other aspects are going without completely taking you into a different storyline. So, like for instance, when they're showing Neil Patrick Harris figuring out or designing the weapons, like engineering the weapons. I really liked how they did that because it kind of let me know he was going the science route without showing 10 minutes of him being in the science. You know what I mean? We didn't have to follow him for 10 minutes. We just needed to be reminded that he is still a big part of this movie, and maybe we'll see him down the road. But it was a good way to fill in the viewer without taking us away from the action. You know what I mean? Like it's a commercial, a propaganda.
It's like, let us explain the action for a minute.
Yeah, without making it making it in a campy way. Like it was entertaining, it was funny.
No, I love that. Yeah.
I do too. Like I didn't think it was dumb at all. Like I enjoyed that part of it a lot. And I also thought it was funny that like how obvious and dated it is from the late 90s, like that early internet phase. Like, do you want more? What is it?
Click here.
You want more? Yeah, click here to learn more.
Do you want to learn more?
The graphics are so like Windows 95.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Eric, what would you say?
I had the flying bug decapitating a guy.
Yeah.
It was like one time when the guy was like shooting up in the air and turned around and the flying bug just came in and just clean sheared his head off.
Before I move on to least favorite thing, I did want to also touch on I probably haven't seen this in maybe 20 years or so. And so like I didn't know if I was going to actually like it or not. And I extremely enjoyed it. Like I'm sitting there, I'm trying to do some homework for work. And I'm like, okay, I can't pay attention. Like this movie's too enthralling. Like I'm too into it. I'm like, dang, this movie's awesome. Like straight up awesome. And I didn't expect it, to be honest. I mean, I thought it was just going to be like kind of funny because I remember it being a satire and like goofy and funny, but like it was still really good too. Like the storyline was good. The different I liked how it was like seeing the difference between the main guy and the main girl, like seeing them, Rico and what was her name?
Ibanez.
Yeah, Ibanez.
Ibanez.
Seeing like she
Ibanez,
like
there
it was almost like she went to college and he went the trade school route, and you know what I mean? Like there was kind of that commentary from a social standpoint.
Yeah,
that
kind of like
as
the
well.
Notebook, how he's like,
Yeah,
from a lower caste, which they mention the caste system about the
Right.
bugs.
yeah,
There's got to be a caste species. I guess that's the flirt bug.
right. Yeah, of course. So I thought that there's so many good things that they did in this movie. But
It
if I had to
probably,
name
I'm guessing, comes from the book because I feel
Yeah,
like they had to
that's true.
really shallowly just gloss over things. They're like, all right, here's why he means this to her, and
yeah,
long
without
story
overdoing it.
they're in love with other people.
Right. Yeah, and without overdoing it too. So, but if I had to pick a least favorite, we'll see what it is.
The segue was amazing.
Don't.
Oh
I-
my
be
god.
If I had to pick a least favorite, that's next.
I'm almost there.
The
I'm
brain's
little engine
lagging
that
behind.
could. Oh boy. Yeah, we're getting there. Little engine that could. John, what was your least favorite thing?
I don't think you can't tease us like that and not finish us off. So I'm gonna.
All right, I'll go first.
on you.
Yeah, I can do a reverse draft or a snake draft. My least favorite thing had to be how fast paced the timeline was in terms of the development of our characters. Okay, she went 2 weeks and she's like the lead pilot, and how long did it take Neil Patrick Harris to be like in charge of the entire division of science? And and our Rico is like the main general, and like what is this like
Yeah.
4 weeks, like 1 month? I couldn't grasp the development of the characters in terms of the timeline at all. It made no sense. And the guy that was playing football with him, he was like the captain of the ship or whatever, or like he was her training instructor.
Yeah.
Yet he was out of school. Like, wait, he went
Yeah.
to school the same amount
He
of
was
time.
just playing.
That's a big plot hole. Like, right? He was training her, but yet they went to that high school dance or whatever it was.
Yeah,
the same
man,
time.
it's a really small
Come
world
on.
for a whole city of 10 million people getting killed instantly. We all ended up together in this fight for the world against the bug.
So like that was kind of a weird thing for me to like.
Yeah, that's true.
It could have made longer time. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I watched this maybe 6 months ago or so, maybe like a year ago.
Oh yeah.
And I remember it feeling like there was more passage of time in between each of the characters. But
Sure.
when I rewatched it, that is not there. I did not get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, like Julie said, it is like a year, like in totality. So Neil Patrick Harris is like in charge of the military in a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
After a
Where'd
year.
all of his
main-
years go?
Right, like they all like ascended into leadership roles in the
Oh,
matter of a year.
They're in a colony in another galaxy by now. They're like, try and save this, kids. Bye.
So like, yeah, that was hard to swallow. Eric, what about you?
I did not like seeing the big bug in a lab at the
Oh,
end
yeah.
being poked and prodded. That's
Yeah.
I wasn't down with that.
Which part? In
the big bug that like
Oh, at
when
the
he
end.
was when he was
Okay.
chained up in the lab.
This kind of reminds me of another sci-fi movie from that era that you like a lot.
Yes.
Don't
I wonder if that
do
movie
it.
is gonna make it.
Don't
Yeah.
do it.
It's,
I'm not
it's gotta
going
be
to.
the podium of movie podiums for you.
Yes.
Mm.
It really does.
But yeah, Independence Day definitely has a similar scene. But yeah, I could see why
What?
you don't like that.
Independence Day. I thought you were talking about Men in Black.
Oh yeah, well that too.
No, I'm just fucking with you.
Oh.
I knew it was Independence Day.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Oh, well, Men in Black is gonna be up there, maybe.
Lost in Space.
Oh God. Star Trek 30.
Stop it! You too.
Are we ruining all of John's? Ed TV is John's favorite. Is Spice World a
Spice World.
sci-fi movie?
Could be. I don't
John
think it
was-
actually
About
could
it, it's fictitious, and there's science involved in the production of their album.
Oh yeah. John, what about you?
Yeah, my top dislike was the same as Matt, just implausibility in general.
Yeah, in general.
Also,
Sure.
this war is taking place across galaxies, which are tens of thousands of light years apart. So it's like, hey, they threw a rock at us. Let's confront them.
Yeah.
It's
right.
like, all right, let's fly through, across the galaxy in less than a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
But they were
Yeah.
at warp
we
speed.
just have to accept some things in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. It was just hard to swallow what I was talking about. I kind of accept some of the like lack of science, but the character development here, I don't know. That was a little rough.
Yeah,
All right.
the other thing I had was just the dystopia they live in. Just sounds like
Oh.
I know the characters in this movie are at like the top of society, but like the place they describe sounds just like shitty, where it's like you've got to get a license to have a
kid.
child.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck. Yeah, I agree. And that's that.
Nobody's gonna give you another license, Matt.
Please
I'm all at
don't.
it. It's like he ran out of deer tags for the hunting season. Damn it! apply for another one.
It's hunting season over here.
Got to get more deer tags down at the Walmart.
God damn it! That scout boy got another.
Oh my! Oh God, no, no! All
How
right,
does it go this time?
all right. Who won the movie? Which one? Which one of them Scott kids won the movie? Let's see. Go back to John then.
Eric hasn't let off yet.
Fine.
Okay, who won the movie? This is blank. I'm gonna say the Humans. I didn't have anything down.
That's a good answer.
I'll say the Humans because they trapped the brain bug.
Yeah.
I had a
Yeah,
well
I
thought
like
out answer that was identical. You took less. You were more efficient, technically.
What was your? Why don't
What
you
was your
elaborate
reasoning?
then, John?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you
So,
elaborate?
yeah. Although I'm skeptical that the Humans didn't just manufacture this whole thing, and they're like, the bugs.
Could be.
But yeah, I guess so. That basically they win the mission. I'm not sure this doesn't lead to more fighting, but
Oh, it 100%
moment,
does.
they captured a bug, and the story continues. Hopefully, there's lots of these hayseed recruits. When Rico takes over after his teacher dies, and he's like, "Who are these kids?" Hopefully, they breed like insects, and there's plenty more to backfill and continue the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just say the three friends, Rico,
Carmen,
Ibanez, and
Yeah.
Neil Patrick Harris,
Carl.
Carl. Yeah, I think as a group they won. I mean, they even like say something at the end, right? Like the three of us together with our powers combined. I thought that was fine,
yeah.
but it would signify the win, I guess,
It was calling back to what they said earlier.
at the
Yes.
beginning. Yeah.
But that and the callback of like Neil Patrick Harris being able to communicate,
The psychic. Yeah.
yeah, like that didn't land for me. Like this time, I was like, "Oh, okay."
Are you talking about when he puts his hand on the bug?
No, like when they're
Oh.
when he and Rico are walking. I mean that too, but like when he and Rico are walking, and Rico's like, "Is that how I knew?" Or like, "Are you how I knew Carmen was still alive?" Or something like that.
Oh,
And he said it's classified, as if to
Yeah.
say like, "Yeah, I was psychic to
he-
you, man."
Yeah.
Jedi stuff going on.
I didn't mind it, but I think it could have been
just-
massaged a little better.
Yeah, it just kind of like, I don't know,
Came-
it hit the wall and then just fell down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There was a lot to get in on this movie.
Yeah,
It was. No, I didn't mind it because like I think it's a cool idea, like because this is in the future, so they've evolved. So like maybe that's something that humans could evolve with. But I agree, it kind of just came out of nowhere. Like, oh, remember that thing we talked about one time and then didn't talk about it ever? Oh yeah, that's why the whole movie happened the way it did. It's like,
Hey, we've got a big
Done.
plot hole to fill.
right.
Get spackle on it.
Like maybe it could have been massaged a little better, I agree with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was back on that was a couple questions ago. But I just had to bring it up.
Can't triple
You mean there were
Sandbelt,
things you
man.
didn't like?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, how dare you? It's a great movie. I actually think it is pretty good for this, for what it is known for. I mean, it's a cult classic for a reason, right?
Yeah.
It's better than it should be, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, next category: favorite song, moment, or score scene. There's not much here.
I'll go
John?
first.
Oh, all right, go for it, Eric.
It's when the one dude has the green acrylic violin. I don't know what
yeah.
I don't know what he's playing, but he
He's
had
trying
that
to, like,
violin and
serenade.
it looked fucking sick.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's trying to serenade.
Yeah, that actor, he plays violin earlier in the movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He must have had a talent for it. And they're like, we need him to play a sick green violin.
Or they just said your character does that and he's like, I don't know how to play violin. Just make it up.
I picked so I have David Bowie's I Have Not Been to Oxford Town, which is from his 1995 album Outside. That was actually in the movie at the dance.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
at the dance, at the dance.
At
the
the
dance
dance.
at the dance.
It was a cover though, and
Oh,
apparently
okay.
they changed some of the lyrics. I don't know why I didn't.
Oh,
do
is that
research.
when he's dancing with Diz and he's like, "No, I'm
Yeah.
joining the advanced military."
Right. Yep. Yeah, that's a cover of a Bowie song.
Mhm.
John? It's like, that sounds
That's a
familiar,
good
and I
one
looked it
because
up.
that's one of the only like unique songs in the movie.
I know. It's not a lot.
But I thought like anytime there was an epic battle, the music was pretty cool. It was like, hey, this is life or death. Usually the backdrop visually is like massive people dying and
Yeah.
spaceships and gore sometimes.
The humans really got their asses handed to them by the bugs. Like those bugs are
Oh, yeah.
tough as shit.
Oh, I was dying when they showed that like text graphic and it was like 100,000 people die in 1 hour. It's like, what?
That sounds
my
like the
God.
U.S. Civil War.
All right. Well, let's try to find a favorite line from the movie. A little better. I'll go first on this one because I only have one.
Okay.
Maybe I'll find some more. I'll look it up. So I like when Diz and Rico are hooking up, and
Oh, me
his
too,
like
brother.
cat thing. Oh yeah, I like that.
John
scene,
loves
you
that
know?
part.
Yes, I mean, who
I
doesn't?
mean, that is literally one of two things I remember from that movie as a kid, is that scene, and for some reason I thought Denise Richards got naked, and I was wrong.
It was all a blur.
So I only really remember one thing, and it wasn't Denise Richards getting naked. And she wasn't even in the shower scene. But my favorite quote is when the like corporal guy comes in and he's like, "You got 10 minutes to get ready and go." And Rico's like, "Yes, sir." And he's like, "Who's in there with you?" And then Dizzy pops up and says, "Flores, sir." And he's like, "Make it 20." They're like, "Yes, sir." And then Dizzy's like, 20 minutes? We can do it.
Yeah.
And then they like scramble to take off their clothes.
They're like,
Hurry!
it's like a drill.
Sprint. Yeah.
It's like
Fire
basic
drill.
training.
Yeah. And let's go next.
John, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go with one that I didn't have written down, but it jumped to mind. I only have one rule. Everyone fights. No one quits. And if you don't do your job, I'll shoot you.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
I'm gonna say like my line is from that same dude, but it's I think it's during the dance when Rico goes up to Rezchek and he's like, I'm gonna enlist, or like, what would you do? And Rezchek says, figuring things out for yourself is the only freedom anyone really has. Use that freedom.
Oh, I like that.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's my kind of line. I like that.
Yeah,
Nice. Very nice.
very nice.
I also, not that it's a real quote, but it actually follows what John said about the shooting. And then they're like, "Welcome to the Roughnecks." And then Watkins goes, "Rico's Roughnecks." Oh, they're
Yep.
Rico's
They're like,
reference.
yeah. They're all like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's tight.
That's tight.
Until Rico gets eaten by a fucking bug, then it's gonna be someone else's roughnecks.
Or another one is like the reason I liked that one about the rule is because he borrows it from Razchek, his teacher.
Yeah.
But the other one is like, basically he'll hold the post until he dies or he finds someone better.
Yes. Until I
yeah.
die, or you find
Yeah, that's
someone
a
better.
funny.
Yeah,
that's a
he
good
quotes
one.
that back to Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a good one too.
Call.
All right.
I have
Let's
another
go.
one.
Oh, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, come on, John.
Service
bring it.
guarantees citizenship.
Nice.
That's it.
Simple.
There's a lot of those. Oh, I guess real quick, since this isn't really a category, but for when Rico like gets eaten or whatever happens to him when you think he dies,
Mm-hmm.
I thought he died because again,
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember seeing. I mean, this is the first time I've seen it in 20 plus years, and in my mind, I actually did kind of remember him dying early, but I guess I just don't remember him
Mhm.
coming back or anything. And I was like, oh shit! I was kind of bummed because I'm like, wait, him and Denise Richards aren't gonna get back together.
That's like, no,
No.
Denise, where'd
I
you
need-
go?
I need the couple to get together.
But
And then
that
I saw
was
his
we
live.
didn't even get to my third like, which was how you see that in the beginning, and then you get to see it from
A different angle.
perspective later.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's really cool.
yes.
Mhm.
That was cool. Yeah, absolutely. And like the rock thing was just kind of like showing the rock, and then you see it while you're watching it, like when he's talking to his parents. You're like, oh, that's what they're talking about.
Mhm.
Like that whole
Yeah.
thing's pretty cool. Thought they did that really well.
Yeah.
Any more lines?
That's all I got.
That's all for me, boss.
That's all I got. All right. Well, does it get made now? Didn't really do a lot of thinking on this.
I never
I'd
really
say it-
do.
Yeah, I say sure. I say let's do it.
Yeah.
I think we need a satire, a good sci-fi satire like that. And
Are there any
not-
sequels to this?
there are. There's
Oh,
at least
okay.
one, maybe two, and they're
I think
bad.
there's two.
They are not the same movie.
I haven't watched any of the
Um,
sequels.
I'm guessing
Yeah,
they
I'm
only
pretty
get
sure
better.
they're low budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like Tremors 4
Yeah.
Is that when they start flying?
in space. Yeah, I think 3 is when they start flying.
Okay.
I
I
think.
did not know they eventually flew.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they
they
evolved,
evolved,
dude.
John. Yeah, it's like
I needed to catch up on my Tremors lore.
Yes, you do.
Wait, you got the kids this weekend? Darn, you can't watch
Okay.
Tremors all weekend.
I'm a simple organism. I haven't that part
You
out.
haven't evolved yourself. Wait till you get to fly. Theoretically, you're there. Yeah, I think we haven't seen a movie like this in a long time. So like it's pretty unique because it's not like goofy like Mars Attacks sci-fi. You know, like that's over the top goofy. This is
Mhm.
over the top satirical and can be goofy, but like
Yeah.
it's still pretty dark and hits some things that we don't see very often. So I think it could get remade, or a movie like it could get made
Yeah.
and do well.
I think I'm on the same page with you. Like I feel like if they updated it and put it in a different situation with different
Yeah.
enemies and everything, I feel like it could do really well.
Yeah, because like the CGI was 30 years ago now almost. You know?
It didn't look
Like, what-
that bad.
Actually it did not. I agree. I think
Eric there.
Yeah.
no, I think the like computer stuff that they try to like that was that was way more dated than the like graphics. Like him
Yeah.
on the bug and stuff, that wasn't that bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wondered how big their budget was because even like they would
was
cut
big.
in with the CGI of like ships getting cut in half. They have like people inside
Yeah.
ships, like what
Yeah.
it would be like in the ship.
Right. Yeah, I think it was pretty high. Let's see, 100 million.
Just
How
like
high
John.
was it?
Can you take me higher?
But I'm just gonna say unanimously yes, because it's a sci-fi movie. You can always do it again. I feel like if they took out all that like propaganda stuff, they
Mhm.
can do it in a really cool way without, you know, maybe in a more serious way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool stuff that I'm like, man, that is like really awesome themes that like pull me in, but then also the blood, guts, and gore and the humor of things. But also, I was impressed with how like seriously the actors performed in
Yeah.
this movie. That is like
Mhm.
that always amazes me. I'm like, man, you were able to like convincingly play your role, and the whole tone of this movie is sort of like almost a
Yeah.
almost like a joke. It's like a
Yeah.
B movie
Yeah.
or
It
film.
kind of yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of has that feeling to it. But apparently the budget was 100 million. So not necessarily. It only made 21 million at the box office.
Ooh.
Well,
That's
sorry. Let me rephrase that. It only profited 20 million. So it
okay.
made a
Oh.
box office of 120 million, but
Okay.
they spent 100 million. So their net revenue was 21 million.
That's not,
And that's basically nothing.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Well,
exactly.
No, I was
Yeah,
kidding.
you got
That's
a million.
$21
Oh
million.
no, but I mean, yeah, all the stuff. Well, that's not including.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, theoretically, compared
Yeah.
to like some of the big movies, but
You're
you're right. At least it didn't flop.
Yeah, at least it
Like
broke even.
completely. Yeah,
you know.
right. Like unlike Waterworld,
Or the
which was
Postman.
like
Or the what?
like
The
the
Postman.
Postman,
The
which was
Postman.
another one. Postman.
The Postman.
Yeah, the A is silent.
Postman.
Oh boy. All right. Let's go with our most rewatchable scene. For me, it was probably when he was on the bug.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then he
that
like,
was awesome.
Shooting the bug.
Yeah, and he got the like
Yeah,
puncture
he
hole. He punctured
Shoot
the hole.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick. And then he
Man,
put
those-
the-
Yeah.
Those bug innards were grossing me out.
oh yeah, they were pretty bad.
That might make me change my casting. I'm sorry.
I said I went back to my favorite thing. It was the scene where the dude was like turning around and the flying bug comes and decapitates him.
Oh yeah, that's definitely one of the best scenes for sure.
It's so good.
Yeah. That was
Um,
in your likes.
If I had to go with
Yeah,
the least
answer.
favorite scene, it was probably the football or whatever that was.
Oh.
That was horrible. So,
Rico,
John,
you're drifting.
John,
Just
what
throw
about
me the
you?
ball.
Yeah. So I don't remember his name in this movie, but he plays essentially the same character in Major League 2. Rube.
Yeah, Rube Baker. I don't know his real name. I just know him.
Just when he dies,
Oh
and
yeah.
also because of this, it makes the story just a roller coaster because like Rico is on cloud 9, he's made squad leader, Rube dies, gets shot in the head.
Yeah.
Rube.
Rube.
Ibanez dumps him. Just
Yeah.
from there, but just the way he was like instantly dead and just got his head blown apart.
That was
It was
fucking
like, oh,
crazy.
shit, this is real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was crazy. Like,
Oh, and
whoa.
instantly they have a voiceover of his commander saying, "You're relieved of command."
I
Yeah.
know. It's like, oh shit. Yeah, that was a crazy scene.
That was.
I like how that's your favorite.
Oh, I thought this was A B repeat.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that's not necessarily your
You
favorite.
could take it as A B
Fair
repeat.
enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fair. I thought John would say the tent scene, so
The what
No,
scene?
that's yours, Matt.
the tent scene.
John's
I mean, it
favorite scene
wasn't
is
a
the
bad
shower
scene.
scene.
No, I have another favorite scene.
Ooh,
or
what's
a
that?
repeat scene? When the dude who basically steals Rico's girlfriend, Ibanez, finally gets his brain sucked out by the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which also, okay, like the thing coming out of the bug, it looks, first of all, it looks like an anus.
Yeah, it does.
And
It definitely does.
it really, I did not like it.
No, that was kind of gross.
Yeah,
fucking
it's
gross.
Yeah,
like
that was-
disturbing.
I wasn't feeling it for sure. I
Yeah.
agree.
And it sucks your brain out.
Yeah.
If I had to go with the most like rewatchable or AB though, it probably is the like want to learn more, click here or whatever.
Yeah.
Those were probably like the most like the propaganda was probably the most rewatchable.
Oh, the very first one, which has been memed over and over.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
doing
Yeah.
my part.
I do my part.
Yeah.
I didn't do fucking shit.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Julie says, "Little bendy straw from the anus." Pretty much, pretty spot
Oh, it
on.
fucking pops his head like a Capri Sun pouch.
Like from a Capri Sun.
Like
my
a
God.
Capri Sun. Didn't have any of that shit where it like didn't go through and you have to like really fucking shove it in there. That was the
Teachers.
first. That was the first thing. That was a one shot.
Well, next category, we might have a couple answers. Off-screen drop. I'm gonna go with the alien, the bug that
Yeah.
has the little bendy straw. I'm pretty sure
In the
Uh,
anus mouth.
he was scared, so he probably needed to drink that.
Yeah.
Drink to that.
Oh, because of his little mandibles that were like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm scared.
Though I guess he would.
No,
I mean, once that happened, he wouldn't be able to drink anything.
Oh, he is
So-
drinking a lot.
Maybe. Well, what did you say, Eric?
I'm gonna say Sergeant Zim
Mm,
because he can't go to battle.
yeah,
So he's like,
that's
fuck
fair.
this.
Yeah, that would
Going
suck.
home or going back to his quarters and drinking his feelings away.
Yeah, for sure. What did you say, Kevin? Oh wait, Kevin's not here. Oh yeah, okay, John.
It's Kevin.
Oh, he's not here. Oh, John.
Well, let me defer to Dave, who also isn't. But I had Mr. Razchak
Yeah.
say it because he's got some war stories.
He's got like
Yeah.
he's missing an arm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up. Yeah,
But he
and
does
what
have
was-
that sick metal arm.
Oh, yeah.
that was true. Yeah, that came out as like, oh, guess what? I'm still in battle. Here's my
How
arm.
about that dude that when they're like, he's like, mobile infantry made me the man I am today.
It's just Jesus.
Yeah, he's got that same mechanical arm and no legs, and he's like,
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
what have I gotten myself into?
Yep.
Oh man. All right. Well, this one will be interesting. Casting our friends. Let's see. Eric, you want to lead
Sure.
us off?
I said Matt is Carl because of science and engineering.
Carl.
Carl?
This is
I don't think Matt would shoot a big bug in a cage, though. I said John is Carmen because he has flown a plane before. That's
a
literally
good
it.
one.
And
That is.
and because hot.
Thank
said-
you very much. So,
Because of the mustache. Carmen's
Yeah,
big
that's-
mustache.
Carmen has a mustache.
I said Dave is Rico because he's the hot shot with the chiseled jawline. Let's see. I said I'm Sugar because I'm bald and I would be one of the volunteers to go help find Carmen. And then I would
Nice.
I would Bruce Willis everything and stay behind and nuke the bugs. I said Kevin is Sergeant Zim because he would definitely take a demotion just so he could go work more.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
my list.
Very nice. I could not come up with anything here. If I had to do it on the spot, I would say John were the bugs, just because they like to get high.
The flying one especially.
The flying one was pretty high. John, I have a feeling you probably have a good list here.
Not as good as Eric's. It's a short list. I agreed with him that you're
My list.
Carl because of
Carl.
games and theory.
Yeah. 100%.
I have Rico as Kevin because it'd be just because of his parents are like, no, don't do it. He's like, no, I'm intent on this.
Okay, that's good.
I'm gonna work.
doing it.
Yeah.
The more you want me to not do this, the more I'm gonna do it.
So true.
Yep, that is very true.
And I have Eric as Ibanez as being the technician.
Okay.
Basically,
Yeah, I could see that.
And
Yep,
she was
very
gonna
good.
barf at the guts.
Oh yeah,
that-
exactly.
I said, and she was barfing at the guts, or like gonna barf at the guts in
Yes,
the classroom.
that's why I changed my answer earlier. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, definitely. I could see that. That's good.
Because the other answer I had for Eric that I crossed out was Diz because of slapping Kevin and going, "You're drifting," and basically being the quarterback.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's good too.
I like both of those.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, next category. Is this a podium role for any of the top billed cast members?
My gut says no.
Yeah, so here's the weird thing. I think it's a yes because none of these guys really had a career. Denise Richards is like the only one that I know of, and Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh yeah.
But I like tried even looking up their movies, and I don't think anything was better than this movie for virtually anyone.
Right.
Okay.
So
I
from
think
that
that-
reason,
So that's a yes.
yeah. Yeah, I don't even think it's worth naming what. So the main guy, Rico's name is Casper Van Dien. The only other movie that I've heard of was like Casper 2 or something. And if you look
Way
at
better
his-
than Casper 1.
Wonder why he
Oh,
was
yeah.
cast in that one.
well, he was kind of fresh and raw, and they thought he'd be good. But the only other movie, so he was in Tarzan and the Lost City. Didn't see that in 1998. He was.
Nope.
He was in the only other movie that I remember him in actually was Sleepy Hollow. He was in that.
Okay.
But as I go down the list, there's like nothing.
Oh, and he's not a star or anything in that.
Mm-hmm.
No. And then Denise Richards, at least what she's known for, this Wild Things, which I definitely remember, and The World Is Not Enough. So not very good.
Okay, yeah.
That was
And
only
then-
two.
Nina. Oh yeah, I would say this was on there. And then Neil Patrick Harris. I mean, that's pretty much the one that we can easily like actually was in lead actor in some movies like The Smurfs. Remember, he was the main guy in The Smurfs.
Hmm.
If you remember that.
I'm sorry, I do not. The little
in-
blue creatures.
I mean, he has like a lot of good. He's in 8-Bit Christmas. Did you guys see that one? It's a really good movie.
I did not.
No.
Yeah, that's a really good one. That's a good
Isn't
like
he
retro
in,
video game
Harold
reference.
and Kumar.
Yeah, he's in Harold and Kumar
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, and he has a significant part in that too.
He keeps-
It's
Yeah.
not like a
He
leading
has
part,
more
but it's a
than one
significant.
scene at least.
Yeah.
He's actually in the second one too, Escape from Guantanamo Bay. Didn't see
That
that
could
one.
be on his podium. I don't know.
I didn't see Cloudy with the
It's
Chance
Roll.
Meatballs. Roll. Yeah. He's in. Yeah, he was one. I assume he was the main voice in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, but I haven't seen it, so not sure.
Meatballs.
And and the Muppets. That's right. He was in the Muppets movie as Neil Patrick Harris. He likes to play himself a lot.
That's really when you do your best work, when you perform doing your true self.
As yourself.
And then a couple other guys to mention. Dean Norris is in this, who was one of the commanding officers. He is more known. Did you guys watch Breaking Bad?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. He was Hank, right?
He is
Also
Hank.
a frequently named individual.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he was Hank. And then I also recognized from The Walking Dead. I don't know if he's on the main page. I don't see him right away, but did you guys watch? I think it was like starting in season 3, 4, maybe. Father Gabriel. He was like
I have no idea.
let me find his name.
Well, you're looking that up. Another supporting actor in this film that was a big role in another very good film was Shawshank Redemption, the commanding officer.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, that's right. He was in that. Oh, Seth Gilliam is the actor.
Yeah, I recognized him from something else.
Also known as Thrillium.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so he was, let's see, what was his name in that movie? He was the skinnier, like he was younger, clearly. He was one of the main
In this
guy-
movie?
like, yeah.
His name is Sugar.
Sugar Watkins, that's it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so Sugar was the Father Gabriel from The Walking Dead. But in this movie he's a lot skinnier, so it's like, wait. At first I was like, I recognize him, and then I couldn't figure it out, and then I did. His IMDb isn't exactly stacked unless you watch The Wire. I do remember.
Maybe
from that.
that's where I remember
This
him
is the
from.
movie podium.
Yeah,
This
not
is
the
the
TV
movie
podium.
podium. Fine. If that's the case, let's go with our movie podium of the week.
Ooh.
This week we ask, does this movie earn a spot on the podium of best 1990 sci-fi movies? John, why don't you do us the honors?
If you would like,
I would like.
would you like me to answer the yes, no first?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Yes, it makes sense.
Okay,
Very
give us your
nice.
list.
Number 3, Mars Attacks.
Nice.
Partly because me and Matt communicate this way.
Yeah.
No, I got you.
I love Mars Attacks.
Number 2, drum roll, please. Men in Black,
Oh, okay.
which leaves Starship Troopers as my number 1 90s sci-fi.
Nice.
Oh, baby.
Nice.
Where's the applause? Where's the applause? There it is. Good job.
Thank you.
Matt,
Eric?
do you want to go? Okay, I go?
Well, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'll go. No, this one does not. Number 3, I had
No,
the same as John.
dude,
I had the same as John. I had Mars Attacks as number 3.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Number 2
It's all right.
is The Fifth Element.
Mm.
And then
Okay.
number 1, as we have alluded to before earlier in this podcast.
Oh yeah, what is it?
It is Independence Day.
Why? Didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
At all.
Totally blindsided everyone. We
Nice.
will not go quietly into the night.
It's a message from the Americans. They want to mount a counteroffensive.
So, sci-fi is a pretty generic term from a movie standpoint. So I tried to stay away from like science fiction. So like I didn't do.
Oh, so you set the category and then you tried to veer away from it?
No, I'll explain.
I
So,
tried to stay
if
away
you
from
look-
exactly what the
No,
category is.
I'll explain. So
Just
so
went with
if you
sci-fi,
look-
not science
Plain to
fiction.
do.
So I think of sci-fi more from a like space and out of this world kind of fiction as
Mhm.
opposed to Jurassic Park was
Yeah.
like I look up science fiction and you could say Casper
Yeah.
is science fiction. It's
Yeah.
pretty much anything that's
Honestly, could
it's
have put that on
nonfiction.
my podium, Jurassic
Any-
Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why I didn't, because I'm like, okay, I kind of want to associate this more from a space standpoint.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
went with
so-
too.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I meant by that, because anything that's not nonfiction that has to do with like science and technology could be science fiction, like
Yeah.
Matrix, Jurassic Park,
I,
and so
Robot.
forth. Any of those. So I tried to stay away from that.
I just like
Yeah.
I just
It's-
naturally.
I went with science fiction.
I'm like, oh shoot, all these are about space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. So this did not make it, unfortunately.
Oh.
It was really close. My
Almost
number
the
3.
bronze, and it was my
Yeah, it was outside looking in.
vote.
My number 3 is Alien Resurrection. The movie's awesome.
Okay.
Very, very good movie. And my number 2 is Men in Black.
Nice.
And my number 1 is the same as Eric's.
Independence Day. Oh yeah. We have to watch that this year
Yeah, this is definitely
for
the year we'll do
Independence
that.
Day.
Mhm.
And I am sad I didn't put Mars Attacks, because I did like Mars Attacks
It's so
and I
good.
like this movie. Like these,
Yeah. There are
90s
so
had
many
some good
science
movies.
fiction movies or like sci-fi movies in the 90s.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I know.
sci-fi with
They're
humor
good.
is kind of rare, maybe.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not as much, but
If
I
it's
feel
well
like-
done, it's hard to do it, because like I wasn't a big fan of like say Galaxy Quest. Like that
Mhm.
was too cheesy, like
That was
too
so
on the
good.
nose. You like that?
Yeah.
I never liked that one. But apparently got a 7.4. Actually, it was in 1999. I thought it was in the 2000s.
yeah, it's one of those like hidden gems.
PG.
They're like, oh, this is surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't give it a chance, but I didn't like it when I saw it. But anyways, yeah, sci-fi is a great category. I love science fiction movies. This was a lot of fun, and I was hard to not watch because I was trying to like do too many things at once, and I actually did watch the movie more than maybe I thought I would. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and you
Had fun.
like I typed 90s sci-fi movies into Google, and
Mhm.
like the first row of results, I was like, oh shit, okay, well, those are my 3 right there. And
Right.
then that was just one row. They give you like 5 or 6 rows.
Yeah, there were a ton of good ones.
Google knows you. It's
Yeah,
like
they do.
popular ones. Here are the ones for you, and I'm like, huh, funny. I like the popular ones.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Well, that concludes our episode.
Woo,
Not
we did it.
sure what we'll do next week, as we have been. So maybe somebody will pick, or I don't know. What is this? We're in May.
We should
Yeah.
Maybe
basically
we should pick a
rank
mom
like-
movie.
Oh,
A what?
Bob movie.
A mom. No, with an
mom.
M. Like Mother's Day, like a mom movie.
Okay.
Like Miss Doubtfire or something.
Oh yes,
actually,
yes.
that's a good mom movie.
Miss Doubtfire. That I mean, I'm down with that.
Yeah, let's do Miss Doubtfire. All right.
It's settled.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's it.
Deal.
Next
Hello?
week is Miss Doubtfire.
Hello.
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 Kevin will even like it if he's going to be on.
No, I don't
'Cause
think
his-
he's going
his
to be.
boys-
But
Oh, well,
Yeah,
his
he's
boys
busy
and
this month.
Pierce Brosnan's in it.
He
That's
may
true.
not be on this month.
Walk away.
Yeah.
Their sign. Well,
you
that
stole my
concludes our
joke.
episode.
I'm sorry.
Thanks everybody for watching, listening. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you, if you haven't watched Starship Troopers before, you go back or you go and watch it, or if you haven't in a while, go back and rewatch it. It's definitely worth a watch. It's really entertaining and it's well done, and it's a cult classic for a reason. So thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Dankeschön.
The credits roll now, the show is done. We watched the movie and had our fun. Thanks for hanging with us for so long. We'll see you next week on the Movie Podium.